Mm-hmm. All right. Good audio? Cool. All right, so we just talked about your biggest opportunities. One more question. What do you say your biggest threats are?
Threats? I don't feel threatened. I don't have any.
Nothing standing in your way?
No. Going forward. Told you when I broke up with that one girlfriend, I went to the lake and built something. I go through a divorce. I want to come here and build something. I'm not a threatened person.
So,
Maybe the banker.
What, do you have any positive role models or influences in your life that you could just kind of pull out? Who would you name?
Role models, huh? I would have to say probably my two older brothers. My oldest brother, Chad, he's very adventurous and very, very motivated, and he goes forward with things a lot like I do.
Start over. My older brother.
My older brother, Chad, and Guy Wayne are both role models to me. Chad's very ambitious, and he goes after what he wants, and he's very successful and does great. I love that drive from him. I'm glad that rubs off on me. Guy Wayne, he's the one you lean on. He's the big gentle giant, and he's got that soft heart. I like to learn from both of them.
So your role models are your brothers?
Sure.
Pretty strong. Oh, you're fine. We're just waiting for you. Do your thing, man. Okay, we covered a lot of ground. Let me ask you some of the questions that. Okay, so you've been involved in this shoot for a while.
Yes.
In a lot of different aspects.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've been a lot of, all the major characters. Tell me what you think about Skylar.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. She's gorgeous, isn't she? She's a little reserved. She's probably a very deep person. She's really got a story to tell about you. Interested in getting to know that story.
There was something about maybe a potential working arrangement with the distillery.
Right. You know, Skylar, I've met Skylar through my mother, which Skylar's mother and my mother are real good friends. She lives in Roswell. And I've met her through them, and I guess Skylar apparently has a certain talent of being a great artist. And I'd kind of like her to design the label on my bottle.
Okay. Have you seen some of her work?
I have. Last night I saw some of her work. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was. I was really impressed.
She's got a true talent.
In many different areas. What about Chase?
Oh, Chase. He's on her, isn't he? He's a good rider. Well, heck, a while ago he found out he just got a $30 hour job welding, and he's excited. He's a very motivated person. Chase will do well for himself. He's a younger man. Not a lot of years on him, but he's got a good head for as young as he is.
You know where I'm going next. As soon as the steps go back.
I don't know.
It's long steps. Okay, Tanner.
Tanner. I don't know how much I'm hanging around Tanner. Seems like the girls kind of like him. He's kind of competition. Especially a guy that can sing like he can. No, Tanner's a great guy. He's got a true talent, and just this morning, I was sitting here watching him play the guitar. It just brightens up the morning. He'll do well. He's a very, very nice person.
Paula.
Paula, she's a mess. She's been down a road. It's good getting to talk to Paula. I talked to her last night, got in depth a little bit with her last night about her life. And it's always good to see people like Paula that can go through so much and some of the same things that I have and still push forward and be as energetic and loving as Paula.
All right. Let me just kind of glance over the list here. We've covered a ton of stuff. Have you ever done any ranching on your land?
Goes back to a girl.
Doesn't it?
That first girl I was real serious with, her dad was a dairy farmer. I worked for a dairy, and he talked me into buying a bunch of cattle and got me this big contract on these Mexican cattle out of Mexico. And I had about 150 head that I owned, went and borrowed the money and bought the cattle. And then that whole big contract, once I fed the cattle and got all the weight on them that I needed to take them to market, the contract fell through, and it didn't work out so good, and I barely broke even on them. So I had all that work and processing and labor and time and just to break even.
And you're not going back to it?
No, I'm not much of a cattle guy, I guess.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, I have some different questions for you, and you just give me your first response. This question may not make any sense to you at all, but just tell me what your first response is. What would you hitch to a post?
Hitch to a post. Horse?
If you had a hitch in your giddy up, how would you post it?
Hitching my giddy up. Online?
If you got hitched to a post, how would you feel?
Very mad. I'd want to find that fella.
If you wrote a song about a hitched post, what would it say?
A song? It'd have to say something about the stockyards, I would think.
And if you were able to post something to a hitch, what would it be?
Post something to a hitch. Don't back into me?
All right. What else do we need to cover?